You want to bring that to me?
Yeah, he wasn't that old, no. Well, like 75. Hey, and you? Did you watch the national last night?
She did, and she was upset because she went back to.
Then who follows AG? Certainly not the marshal. Gifford. Oh, man. Doing well.
Even David was sitting there watching it.
Well, I'm enjoying life.
Yeah, send him a text. Ask me how the bachelor.
In this, no, we're very informal. No, we're cool. Yeah. Well, we're not going to deconsolidate. We'll probably go with the voters in the spring of next year to have separate councils. Maintain consolidation of services.
I'm texting
Maintain
people.
the mayor and president.
People are
But have a
posting on
council for the city of
Facebook.
Lafayette.
I'm on life is too short. What are you doing watching
Separate.
this?
Because population doesn't work that way from one within the other.
And see what the big finale
But
because it was so dramatic.
Oh, I
think we
didn't. I
will
can't. I'm
eventually.
not. I just couldn't watch it.
well, there's a lot of public sentiment out there that they're finally beginning to understand that Lafayette's getting screwed.
I told my daughter, she's watching that, and I'm like, take the dogs out for a walk. Your
It needs to
time
be a
is
true
better
parish
spent.
body. Yeah. I thought Jordan left town.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Kevin. Kevin. Yeah. Every minute past 5:30 makes it longer, right?
3 minutes. You got enough? At least to have a sidewalk.
We got a quorum.
We got it.
Hit that gavel. They're gonna come and run it.
All right, who's doing
It's
the prayer?
like 2 hours, though.
I say you do the pledge. Who's doing the prayer? You want to do a prayer? You good at that? All right, let's roll. Say something. All right. I'd like to call tonight's meeting to order. This time, we'd like to ask Councilman Boudreaux to lead us in a prayer, and following that, we'd like to ask Councilman Pat Lewis to lead us in the pledge.
All heads bowed. Heavenly and most merciful Father, we thank you for this gathering here as we conduct this business of the Lafayette Consolidated Government. We thank you for the protection that you have provided to our employees, to our community, to our constituents, to the families that make up the city and parish of Lafayette. Heavenly Father, I thank you for your intervention. I thank you for protecting those students and those teachers and those first responders, most recently at Acadiana High School as we have a near miss. But I ask that you use that to open our eyes and open our minds and realize that change must take place. Heavenly Father, I ask that you continue to guide our thoughts and our actions on this body as a council, and that we do what is pleasing to you and only you. I ask all these things in your darling Son's Jesus' name. Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty. Good evening. I want to welcome you all to our meeting. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day, productive day. We welcome you to the City Parish Council meeting. We, as your representatives in the Lafayette Consolidated Government, welcome your involvement and encourage your participation. This meeting is a public hearing. If you wish to address the council on any item on this agenda, please fill out the request form in the foyer on the computer provided. The request to address the council form must be filled out and submitted prior to the call of the agenda item, or you will not be given the opportunity to speak. If assistance is needed with submitting the request, staff is available to help you all. If you have any materials you wish to submit to the council, please give those to Ms. Veronica Williams, to my left, your right, prior to the call of the agenda item. In an effort to allow everyone opportunity to be heard, the 5-minute rule will be in effect. Speakers shall refrain from debating, personal attacks, and from making confrontational or derogatory comments. In the event a speaker has completed their comments prior to the expiration of their allotted 5 minutes, any remaining time shall be forfeited after that point. I'm requesting that the first row to my left be used for media only. Lastly, food and drinks are not allowed in the auditorium, and all phones and electronic devices shall be silenced from this point forward. I'm also requesting that anyone who approaches the council, please state your full name and title for the official record. Meeting procedures are by resolution and not by Robert's Rules of Order. Documents, including agenda, ordinances, and resolutions, and minutes related to this meeting, are posted online at LafayetteLA.gov, or you may refer to the web address on the top of the agenda that was provided in the foyer. This council encourages your involvement and participation by volunteering for boards and commissions. If you are interested in finding out which board suits your interests, please call 291-8800, or you may pick up a pamphlet at the door. Going to chair announcements. Item number 9, ordinance 017-2018, Ambassador Caffrey Parkway annexation, has been deferred indefinitely at the request of Development and Planning to allow time for the assessor to complete his certification. Also note, Councilman William Terry of District 9 is running a few minutes late and will be here shortly. Just make a little quick announcement. As chairman of the council, and in light of the number of missed collection calls that council members received, as well as the council staff and administration, as chairman, I had inquired about an update during tonight's meeting. And speaking with a representative for Republic, I was advised that an update will be provided to us in the near future, where they will actually come to the meeting to help answer the questions in regards to the late pickups. The Republic contact for LCG would not be able to attend tonight's meeting, nor would a representative who could adequately respond to the questions that we may have as a council or you as a public. Later this afternoon, the mayor's office provided a written update from Republic Services on efforts to catch up, bringing in additional drivers and having most of their drivers come back to work. Again, Republic said they would provide the council an update if needed during an upcoming meeting, which we will make note, and we will have it on the next agenda item. We'll get a representative to come from Republic and help answer those questions and those concerns. I know it's been an inconvenience for everybody, but we can assure that they are working on it, and the administration and this council is up to date and continuing to speak with them in regards to help clean up the effort and get all the garbage picked up. That's all I have for chair announcements. I will move along to council announcements. All right, not seeing any council announcements. I'm going to move forward to the executive mayor president's report and recognize Mayor President Mr. Robideau. Your mic is hot, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to ask Lori Toops to take care of the first item on the president's report. Is her? Thank you.
Number 4A is the budget to actual comparison. That is to meet the new statewide agreed upon procedures from the Louisiana Legislative Auditor that's required to be reflected in our minutes each month. Thank you.
All right, and thank you, Mr. Chairman. Second, I'd like to bring up Bess 4A with the rain barrel projects and her group to recognize the award winners. For those of you that saw the rain barrels outside, you can go check them out, and for those of you that didn't, you may want to go take a look at those. Turn it over to you guys.
All right, thank you. My name is Garrison Harrison with Lafayette Utility Systems. Each year, Lafayette Utility Systems and Lafayette's Environmental Quality Division offer high schools a chance to explore conservation and water quality through artistic expression of painting a rain barrel. The barrels are displayed this year at the Lafayette Parish Main Library, and voting took place and was conducted on the website of the Bayou Vermilion Preservation Association. All of the participating students did a really great job on the barrels. I'd like to thank all the schools that participated. Those schools include Acadiana High, David Thibodeau STEM Magnet Academy, Northside High, Southside High, St. Thomas More Catholic, and Turlings Catholic High Schools. Now to the awards. Through the public voting, third place winner was a work entitled Four Seasons by David Thibodeau STEM Magnet Academy and Michelle Bro's class. So I would like, if anyone here is, I know Ms. Bro could not attend, but if there's anyone here from her class, could you come up and accept your award? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Second place was a work entitled Goldfish Tank by St. Thomas More Catholic High School, Miss Angela Rios' class.
Good job, guys. I was gonna ditch the picture. Oh, thank you.
Right. Thank you. And first place is a work entitled Shark Tank by Southside High School, which is Mrs. Kim Thibodeau's class. And each year, Mayor President Joe Robideau is kind enough to review all the artistic creations of the students, and he makes a selection. And this year, he has selected a work entitled Goldfish Tank by St. Thomas More Catholic High School. Thousands of votes were gathered, and all the students did a really great job. So I'd just like to give all the participating schools just another round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Next, I'd like to recognize someone, and it's I guess, appropriate that we're honoring the art students today. But if I could, I'd like to bring up Gerd Worstman from the Acadiana Center for the Arts and present him with a plaque. As most of you know, Gerd is moving on to, is it Santa Fe, Gerd?
Close, Phoenix.
Phoenix, bigger. And one of those places in the desert. And I just wanted to thank him personally for everything that he's done for our cultural community, and give him this honorary Cajun plaque that you can hang in appreciation for everything that you've done here. You can remember us in your new venture.
Well, thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Joel. And I want to also say a genuine thanks to the council. I've been in front of you many times over the last almost decade, and you've been certainly very kind to me personally. I appreciate letting an outsider come in and take some stewardship over some of your most precious cultural assets. But also, I want to thank you on behalf of the organization. You helped us build this amazing new center and really allow us to bring some unprecedented things to this community, and for that I'm ever so grateful. So I hope you continue that great support of art and culture. I think this council and the mayor's office for the last decade plus has laid out a great agenda that recognizes that culture is what makes Lafayette, not Baton Rouge. No offense to anyone. And I think there will just be more extraordinary things to come. So a debt of gratitude to all of you, and it's very bittersweet for me to leave. I find myself in a unique situation where I consider this entire community my friends, and it's very, very difficult to part. But I appreciate everything you've done for me, and it's been my greatest privilege to get to do this work here in Lafayette. Thank you.
And last, Mr. Chairman, if I could, I want to bring up Robert Melanson. Robert, who I think I may have introduced you to briefly, is taking Philippe Guston's place as the director at the International Center, and I wanted him to have a chance to introduce himself to you and let you know a little bit about himself. Robert, it's all yours.
Thank you. Esteemed council members, Mayor President Robodeau, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Robert Melanson, and it's an honor for me to be here to introduce myself to you as the new Director of International Trade and Development at the Lafayette International Center. I'm a Lafayette native and a graduate of Turlings Catholic High School, and I hold a Bachelor's of Science in Foreign Service from Georgetown University. I've also earned a professional designation of Global Logistics Specialist from the California State University in Long Beach. For most of my career in international business, I worked for Panalpina, which is one of the world's largest freight forwarders. During the 12 years I worked with them, I was based in several different locations, including Los Angeles, Mexico, Russia, and Africa. In those assignments, I became familiar with most aspects of business, including management, information technology, sales, operations, and training. Over the course of my career, I've earned a customs broker's license and became fluent in several foreign languages. In addition to my professional work experience, I've also spent a considerable amount of time volunteering. In Thailand, I served as a Peace Corps volunteer, and in returning to Lafayette, I worked as a volunteer Spanish interpreter for Acadiana Cares, as a math tutor for VITA, and as a volunteer for Kairos Prison Ministries inside the state penitentiary at Angola. As the new director of the Lafayette International Center, I intend to draw on my education in diplomacy, my professional background in promoting business, and my experience as a community-oriented volunteer to promote increased exports of products and services from Lafayette and the surrounding area. I will ensure that the reputation and standing of our city and parish will be enhanced by the professionalism and hospitality that the International Center extends in hosting foreign delegations. And ultimately, I will work to maintain the status of the Lafayette International Center as a resource to local government and business in order to better our community and our local economy. Now is an exciting time at the International Center. We just recently finished hosting a seminar on exporting to Europe, which was well attended by local business leaders. We are currently hosting a group of dignitaries from France, including a world-renowned champion in the sport of pétanque, as well as 2 representatives from the French Ministry of Youth and Sports. We're in the final stages of planning to host a high-level delegation from our sister city of Namur, Belgium, which includes several governors, members of parliament, and other high-ranking officials. And finally, we're also preparing to host the French cyclist Bernard Hinault, who is a 5-time champion of Tour de France, as part of the local event Cycle Zydeco. So in closing, I just would like to say, I hope you won't hesitate to contact us if we can be of service to you or to your constituents. And I thank you for the opportunity to serve you and the Lafayette community.
Thank you, Robert. If you could, and just to make me feel inadequate, so we know you can speak English, right? French?
French,
Spanish?
Spanish,
How many others?
Portuguese, Russian, and Thai.
All right. All right, we all have some work to do. Okay. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
That's all from me, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. I will revert back council privilege. Councilman Boudreaux needed to make a quick announcement in regards to council. Mike's on.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This was actually under council announcements, but my screen, for some reason, went out at that time. So, yeah, we got it now. So the first thing, I didn't know we was recognizing Gerd tonight, so I'm gonna just comment and just congratulate him and wish him the best, and just how much I appreciate what he has done at the Center for the Arts. Gerd was one of the few people since I've been in office who was not afraid to have the conversation, and his reach and his pursuit of diversifying activities and events. I really respect that, and I appreciate that, especially at that facility with that resource and that service. So I hate the fact that we're losing him, but I hope that his work continues on through everyone else. So again, congratulations. But with my intent doing council announcements, I was going to ask that the chairman honors a moment of silence for Lafayette's Marcel Citron, who lost life this past weekend. As you all know, she was the founder of FoodNet and worked in many nonprofits in and around Lafayette. She is the mother of what we call Hub City Ford here in Lafayette, and I had the opportunity to visit with her son, Todd, who currently serves as president of the dealership, and it was moving to just hear some of the final experiences that was taking place, and just in her service heart, it was still about what things need to happen and what she would hope continues to happen. So I ask the chairman to please ask for a moment of silence in this facility for the passing of Ms. Citron.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. All right, I'll move over to ceremonial presentations. Liz?
Recognition, LSU Agricultural Center School Garden Program and Cooking Contest.
Okay, at this time, I will turn the mic over to Ms. Cook. Okay, your mic's on. Sorry.
It's on, okay. All right, thank you so much, Chairman. Yes, tonight I have the honor of recognizing a group of students that participated in the LSU Ag Program, first of all, gardening contest, gardening initiative that they do, and then also the cooking contest. I actually got to participate as, not as chef, I mean, I'd go there, but I was part of the team and was so impressed with these kids, so impressed with the teachers, the organization, that I really wanted to bring them here and recognize them publicly for you all to see. I think this is such a great program, especially with the initiative, Healthy Acadiana, that we're pursuing right now as well, to really encourage healthy eating, healthy activity, promoting a lifestyle of activity, and it all goes together, all of these programs, and there are so many programs like this in the community as we're discovering as we kind of dig a little bit deeper, and this is one of them that is definitely falls within that one legislation initiative, and I'm really proud of the schools that are participating, the principals that are allowing these gardens to take place at their schools, and the superintendent for allowing this as well. So there's, it's definitely a collaborative effort between all of these people that make these programs work. And Charles is here with the LSU Ag Center. He's going to give you just a few details, and then I'm going to ask the students and the teachers that are with the group or to come up, and we'll, I have a little surprise for you. So, Charles, if you would take it away.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Mayor, President, Mr. Chairman, members of the council and administration, I'm Charles Hebert, County Agent with the LSU Ag Center. About 4 years ago, we established the School Garden Cook-Off, and the goal of that was to encourage our young people to utilize vegetables that they're growing from their school garden in a cooking event. That would be a culminating event of our program. So this began in 2015. We've had 4 cook-offs, and Ms. Cook was one of the elected officials on a team from this past year. But our school garden program began in 2009, and the goal was to engage youth and improve academic life skill development and become healthier by choosing healthier choices. And our gardens are incorporated into the school's curriculum as an outdoor laboratory in subjects such as science, math, English, history, language arts, and physical education, just to name a few. The school gardens are a collaborative effort, as Ms. Cook mentioned, by school administration, by the superintendent, faculty, students, Lafayette Master Gardeners, and the LSU Ag Center's 4-H Youth Development School Enrichment Program. Sponsors of our program include the Lafayette Parish School System, the Lafayette Master Gardeners, 4-H Food Smart Families Grant, and we have a grant from the Women's Foundation. I'd like to recognize there are a couple of Master Gardeners here, if y'all can just wave. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to ask a representative from each of the 4 schools to come up with their team and introduce the youth and team members on from each of your schools. So we can start with Alice Boucher.
And have them remain up because we're going to take a
Okay,
picture.
sure. You can use that
I'll just
mic.
come right to the mic right there. Did you want to say it? Maybe not tonight.
Everybody, my name is Maria Tordera. I am a Spanish teacher in Alice Boucher, and I have the honor to introduce my team, the Boucher Grillers.
They won.
Hayden Richard, Luca Von Aspern, Demi Chasson, James Hamilton, and Jaden Nelson.
And if the parents, I see you all in the audience from the back, you can all come to the front. And I see them squatting in the back.
Take a picture, y'all. Come on.
We're going to take one.
Then Ernest Galette. You can go ahead to the mic.
Hi, I'd like to introduce Ernest Gallette's 3rd grade class team. We have Julie Rocca, Grayson Peshoff, and Dylan Wilcox from Ernest Gallette.
Come with it.
Hi, I'm Paula Guidry from LEO Jadis, and I have Callie Roberts, Kaylee Malvo, and Braxton Roger here with us tonight.
I'm Russ Meyer, the assistant principal at Ridge, and we have 2 of our members of the team, Brooklyn Feverjean and Carter Nolan.
We have 2 additional members that are here, not youth, but I want to introduce them. Chef Charles Van Ashburn from the bus stop food truck, and Mr. Broussard. Is he? Oh, okay. He was our elected official on the Alice Boucher, Mr. Elroy Broussard from the school board. So that's another member. Come on up.
I like this side. This is nice. I have a little something for the kids, and it's just a little cooking tool. And the mayor was so kind to put his card, so if you have any problems, his number's on here. You just call him, all right? Okay.
Can we do that on our messages when they call the council office? Forward everything to the administration?
Again, I just want to thank you all, the administration and the council, for your continued support to the LSU Ag Center and Southern Ag Center program. So thank you all.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That's smart. I think when we do handouts, we need to always put Joel's card. You know? Don't worry about putting ours, just put it. Yeah.
Don't spread them out too much. Some of the shorter ones may have to go in front.
Hey, Grayson. Grayson.
Y'all look here. Dylan. Come on, buddy. T.
All right. Just a second, we'll let everybody clear out. There goes the audience.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. William.
All right, we'd like to welcome Councilman Terrio. He has arrived, District 9. And we will move forward to the next presentation. Liz, can you please read?
Proclamation, March Dance Month.
All right, I'll turn it over to Ms. Nanette Cook. She's got the hot mic tonight.
Okay,
Ms.
all right.
Bachelor.
Everybody, we're going to stand up and dance now.
What?
I was going to get the chairman to lead in that, but
I can play the music. I don't know about dancing. I'll leave the dancing to
oh, look,
Mr.
the
Boucher.
chief was ready to go back there.
Chief's ready to dance? Yeah, chief dances.
Tonight we are going to, I have the honor actually of proclaiming this, or getting Dance Month proclaimed for the month of March, and I'm excited to be a part of that. One of the goals of CREATE is to retain or regain our local talent through a sustained focus on the cultural and recreational opportunities we benefit from in Lafayette Parish. This month-long celebration aims to increase awareness and advocacy for the art of dance in our Acadiana region. Through this proclamation, we acknowledge all the individuals in our community that contribute to our dance culture and enhance our local economy through their performance art. On a very selfish note, I love how this community embraces the talents of all its artists, those from here, those not from here, and those who go away and come back to perform. I'm actually going to call on President Robideau. He's going to read the proclamation, and then we'll have the members of the dance community come up and perform, and, no, just kidding, say a few words, all right? So, Mayor President, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the option to read the proclamation or dance. All right. Whereas dance has been an integral part of human rituals, celebrations, artistic expression, and entertainment since the beginning of time, And whereas in Louisiana, the fabric of dance is woven with many layers across cultures, styles, musical inspirations, and regions. And whereas Acadiana Center for the Arts, Basin Arts, and Upstage Live are excited to join forces for Acadiana Dance Month during the month of March 2018. And whereas this month-long celebration aims to increase awareness and advocacy for the art of dance in our Acadiana region, and whereas Acadiana is a region rich with culture and people with a love for dance, with nearly 100 local dance schools, cultural groups, and professional companies, student organizations, a university program, and dance service providers. And whereas we recognize March Dance Month to increase visibility throughout the month of March with group gatherings, performances, and social media campaigns with the goal of creating a stronger, more connected dance community. And whereas on behalf of the people of Lafayette, Louisiana, I salute all individuals who support these programs. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that I, Joe Robideau, Mayor President of Lafayette Consolidated Government, do hereby proclaim the month of March as Acadiana Dance Month.
All right. Thank you very much. All right, if we could have the group, if y'all want to come up, take a picture, and then they might want to say a few words.
Mr. Mayor, you know how to waltz, two-step, or is Gerd going to show you?
I'll be happy to take him out there.
Thank you so much, Mayor President Robideau and the council. My name is Claire Cook. I'm the director of Basin Arts, and we are one of the lead organizations that have put together Acadiana Dance Month for March. And this is the first time something like this has ever happened in Lafayette and in our community of Acadiana, though I feel like for at least certainly the past 80 years, dance has played a huge role both in the business community and in the education community, and then certainly much longer than that in the cultural community and part of our history. So it feels like a very exciting step forward to bring all of those worlds together and to really facilitate and foster a spirit of cooperation and a spirit of community and diversity, and bringing all of these different factions together all around something that everyone around here loves and enjoys. So we are really excited. There's many activities throughout the month. You can learn more about it online through Basin Arts, ACA, or Upstage. And I encourage all of you to take on the Acadiana Dance Month line dance. That's an official challenge. You can film yourself and post it online. But otherwise, just enjoy the spirit of dance, and thank you for your support.
Sure.
Thank you.
And in case you did not know, Claire is Nanette's daughter.
Oh, okay. You know, everyone knows I've been performing, playing music at a young age, 16, and just to appreciate our culture and how much it takes over other parts of the United States. I just recently got back from a tour doing a show in Philadelphia, Rochester, New York, and Buffalo, New York, and our culture and dance, that's like, they're everything up there. They have organizations that have formed, Zydeco and Cajun dance organizations, and they host an event once a month. Sometimes it's one organization has dances 3 or 4 times a month, and it's just amazing to travel up there to play our culture's music, whether it's Cajun or Zydeco, and have 250 people from Philadelphia come out and dance just as good as our people here, in some cases better. And it's amazing how they feed and they thrive off of our culture. And when's the next festival? We need to get down to Festival Cajun Creole. We need to come to Festival International, the Boudin Festival, Crawfish Festival. And it's just unique because we do have something that's very precious, and dance is so big, for artists. If you're not dancing, then we're not doing something right. I'd rather play for a room full of dancers than a room full of people just standing in front, just looking like that, you know, just staring at you in awe. So I'm very happy to be a part of supporting Create and part of this proclamation here, because without it, I mean, Lafayette, we're known for food and culture and dance and art, and, you know, without it, I just don't think we stand out like we do. And so I definitely encourage you, but yeah, definitely, there's people outside of Lafayette, Louisiana, and the state of Louisiana that love our culture, and they putting on their own festivals and their own dance organizations. And so it's very encouraging. As an artist, it's always a pleasure to travel and promote your culture and your heritage and see how many people are dancing. I mean, they know how to waltz, they know how to line dance, they know how to two-step, and they buy CDs, you know? I mean, they can't get enough of it, you know? So, you know, it's sometimes you have to leave your home, right, to be appreciated, and because sometimes around here we take it for granted. There's so many artists, so many venues, so much music every weekend that, you know, we come complacent and we just take it for granted. Well, I'm not going to go out tonight because I can catch them next weekend. Or over there, they don't have that luxury. So when somebody gets up there and gets to perform our music, they turn out like it's nothing, and they don't take breaks, and they don't want you to take a break. They just want to dance all night long. So it's a good thing. It's a great thing. So, all right, enough about that, and we're going to move right along to the next topic. Moving right along, we're going to move over to executive session. Liz, can you please read?
Dawn Prejean versus Howard Babineau et al. Docket number 20161250C, 15 Judicial District Court, Parish of Lafayette, State of Louisiana.
All right. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and refer to Mr. Escott. Give us a legal explanation why we need to go into executive session.
Mr. Chairman, this matter involves pending litigation in which LCG is a party, and because of the nature of the claim and defenses asserted in this litigation, it's my opinion that discussion of the litigation in open session will have a detrimental effect on the litigation or bargaining position of LCG in the litigation. For that reason, it's my opinion that an executive session is permissible and appropriate for discussion of the litigation, and I recommend that council go into executive session for that purpose.
Thank you so much, Mr. Escott. I need a motion in a second. Got a motion by Councilman Castile, second by Councilman Conk. All right. Call a vote.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2? Yes. District 3? District 4?
Yes.
District 5? District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8? District 9? Motion is approved.
All right. We'll be back. Hey, V, I couldn't vote.
Hello, Stuart.
I thought it was like a book.
No, I love books. Really?
It was like an insert for a book. Like
This is an insert? Oh, like individual insert. You gotta leave it. Quiet.
That would be my concern.
Sometimes like when it changes. Okay, that's all you need. Breathe in it.
I think they're going to give us the opportunity.
I was just guessing. I called. That was quick.
All right, at this time, I'd like to ask for a motion and a second to return. Got a motion by Councilman Bellard and got a second by Councilman Castile. Can we take a vote to return from executive session, please?
District 2? 4? District?
Yes.
District 6? Yes. District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9? Yes. District 1?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
V, whenever I go to vote, it has votes pending and mine's not showing up. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, we'll get that checked out for you.
Okay. All right, at this time, I also would ask for a motion or a second to accept the recommendations of legal department. Motion by Councilman Conk, second by Councilman Cook. Okay, please call the vote.
District 3? District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Moving right along to resolutions. This is a public hearing and the electronic speaker form is available for anyone wishing to address the council. We do have the 5-minute rule in effect. Liz, can you please read?
Resolution 15, 2018, a resolution of the Lafayette City Parish Council approving the agreement between the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government, the Acadiana Planning Commission, and the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development for State Project Number H012018, Lafayette Adaptive Signal Implementation, various routes.
Okay, need a motion and a second?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Bellard. Second by Councilman Conk. Mr. Terrio, council discussion.
Yes, Mr. Dubrock, are you handling this? If you don't mind, just a quick question. If you could give the council, while you're walking up, just an overview. Here we're talking about traffic signals. Had one request that mentioned here, let's see, where was it? That we as the entity are going to be requesting an appropriation of funds to finance a portion of the project as described.
And the question?
Question is, give us an overview of what are we talking about here for these new adaptive signals?
Okay.
Quote.
I'm going to defer to Warren Apathy on this.
Okay, the resolution is allowing Mayor Robideau to sign an agreement between us, DOTD, and the Acadiana Planning Commission to start a system engineering analysis on an adaptive traffic signal project. Our current traffic signals system, the overall system decisions are based on time of day. This project would base them on real-time data. So the project is to update our signal hardware, update our detection by the adaptive project system. And the system does require a match, which we currently have appropriated $200,000 in our current budget for the match. The rest
That's the match is 200,000?
we don't know for sure the exact match until the system engineering's been performed.
Okay, naturally, the new signals are supposed to help with traffic flow throughout Lafayette Parish, basically.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I need. Thank you so much.
Councilman Boudreaux, you have the floor.
Am I to understand what you said is that this is going to allow those three agencies to make determinations on signals based on real-time issues versus time-of-day issues?
The way the signal system currently operates, the big system-wide decisions, the cycle length is based on time of day, right? So Monday at 5 p.m., they all have a set time that they run that keeps them in coordination. Well, if Monday's a holiday, right, it's going to run what it does on a normal Monday. This system, if there's an event or if Monday's a holiday, it'll adjust to the traffic that's actually there.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So, Mr. Warren, you mean to tell me the Tony Trammell system's not working? I'm just joking. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. We're good. We're
It
good.
is.
It's
good. Solid.
All right. All right. Any other council discussion? Seeing none, any public comment?
No, sir.
Okay, please call the roll.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9? District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3? Motion is approved.
And Mr. Chair, just want to note for the viewing public that your monitor is not working right now, but we do have IS&T en route.
Oh, they're coming?
Yes.
Wow.
They're upstairs.
Awesome. That is great. Great, yeah. Okay.
Resolution 16, 2018. A resolution of the Lafayette City Parish Council supporting the Louisiana Checkbook Coalition by allowing the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government logo to be used on the LafayetteCheckbook.com website as a sign of endorsement.
All right, need a motion and a second. Motion by Liz, second by Ms. Cook. Council discussion. Mr. Boudreaux, you have the floor.
Yes, I just wanted someone to speak to, I've read the resolution, kind of give more detail of what we're doing here. And I guess the areas that I would like to address is, by passing this resolutions, is it creating any mandates on any other government entity by allowing our logo to use? Are we in any way mandating something of state government, state legislature, or whoever? Is there any cost associated with this to be certain that there's no cost back to the local government to participate in this, or any requirements to finance or our finance department to be able to honor any obligations with the use of our logo? Are we going to be providing actually our data? That's what I would like to hear about.
Okay, is it, someone can speak to that, Liz? Okay, I will turn your mic on, Liz. All right, your mic's on.
All right, thank you, Chairman. I'm going to bring up Giver Briggs, who is my contact with LouisianaCheckbook.com. Something I do want to mention while he's walking up here is I have a cousin who's actually on the city council in Ohio, and they have OhioCheckbook.com, and they do it throughout the state. And I should have sent you guys an email to show you the link to it. It is actually pretty interesting because it shows real-time data. It's foolproof. Anyone can navigate it. If you wanted to see how much the city council is purchasing for stationery, you can get that specific on what you want to see. Basically what this is just 100% transparency, which I know is one of the goals for Mayor President Robideau moving forward in our new website design that we're working on. So this basically supports that motion. She's seen success. My cousin in Ohio, the councilwoman, has seen success in that, just people being more mindful in the money that they're spending, and the trust from the community, seeing that they can go anytime to that website and look up anything they want. Super easy to understand, graphs, pie charts, the whole bit. So very easy to understand. But Gifford, if you want to give us a little bit of information.
Sure.
Good
Introduce
evening,
yourself.
everyone. Gifford Briggs. I'm here as Vice President of the Louisiana Oil and Gas Association, one of the founding groups that was working together that created the Louisiana Checkbook.com coalition that the resolution before you addresses. And again, to answer your question, Councilman, as far as your logo and the cost or anything, if you join the coalition, you'll join a long list of associations, Lafayette Parish School Board, East Baton Rouge, other entities that basically would send their logo electronically. We would add it to the website, and there's really no other commitment from LCG other than doing that if you pass the resolution. And whether you decide to go forward on implementing it, that's a different conversation. I think that would have to come back before this body.
Okay, yeah. And I know this has been an ongoing process for quite some time. And probably date back 2 or 3 governors, if my memory serves me correctly. And that was my concern. So this is very, very preliminary. It's not saying that we have to start doing business differently or anything. Our logo is just going to be associated with that.
As I understand the resolution, yes, sir.
That's absolutely correct.
Okay. All right, well, that's all I have. Thank you very much.
Councilman Terrio.
Yes, just to follow up on the previous questions, what the resolution here states, as we can see, it's just a sign of endorsement. So basically, LCG's legal logo will be on the website, which I looked at today, and it's got Chambers of Commerce, it's got LIB on it, it's got a couple of school boards. Like you mentioned, the Lafayette Parish School Board just passed a resolution a week or so ago to do the same thing. So this is more or less, in your opinion, Mr. Briggs, a sales function for Louisiana to show all the entities that are involved with the checkbook.com?
Yes, I mean, I think that thank you for your question. The opportunity, the challenge of this is not going to happen overnight, and I think everyone that's looking at this transparency, bringing the website to Louisiana, we know it's not going to happen overnight. When Ohio implemented it, they did it statewide, starting in just the treasurer's office. And the treasurer's office, there was never any legislation to do it. The treasurer's office established the website, and slowly other agencies joined, and then they opened it up to local government with no mandate for local government to join. But over time, as the people got used to going to the state website to look at the state spending, they came to local government and said, hey, let's get you on board. I think this is an opportunity for local government, state government, and all entities, school boards to all come together and say, we're looking for this transparency. We think it's a good thing for Louisiana to begin rebuilding our trust at all levels of government. And, this is the next step. And our belief in the coalition and reaching out to school boards and local governments is that if we can all do this together, I think it makes it a better thing for Louisiana. As we see that there's enough fighting and bickering in Washington and everywhere else right now. And if we can all come together on something positive, that's a good thing for our state.
One follow-up question. I know we were talking about checkbook.com here. I know the administration had mentioned when we were talking about other issues to provide data, there was like a dashboard.com somebody else had used. So it's along the same lines. Is this the only one that LCG is looking at? Which I don't know if I should be asking you that, but checkbook.com, is there any affiliations, or is this the one that a decision?
I mean, from the coalition standpoint, we're not actually mandating or asking that anyone really, all use just this website. The state has latrac.gov, I think, set up right now, and there's some discussion about whether they can take the same sort of transparency items that exist in Ohio and add that to LaTrac. And if they do that, that's great, but they haven't reached out to local government. The call is really for transparency. And so if on LCG's website and whatever website y'all are working on to be developed, you implement the same sort of, transparency that Councilman Hebert was talking about, that's the spirit. It's not saying use LouisianaCheckbook.com, although it would be great and it is very helpful for the constituents if all of that information is located in one easy to find website. But it may take time to get there, and I don't think that, it's not our expectation that anyone wants that's ready to go and add additional transparency to wait for everyone else to get on board.
Very good. One final question, Mr. Escott, I'm going to ask you a question if we can include you. This basically, and I don't have an issue with it, it's just, this is endorsing LouisianaCheckbook.com with our logo. Is our logo, or are there any, I guess, drawbacks or possible drawbacks? I don't think Checkbook or our logo can be used in any other aspect other than what's on their website at this point.
Well, I would assume that this website has its own security type measures, that logo could not be somehow used in some unauthorized fashion. Although the logo is accessible on our own website,
Right.
It's accessible on any letterhead that goes out on anybody's letter, including my own.
Which I don't have a problem with it being on checkbook.com, but if it were to show up on another site showing LCG is endorsing this website, which we actually don't, I guess that's a whole new legal issue that you'd have to look at.
Right.
Okay. That's all I have, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Liz, you need any more or no? You got to hit your button.
I thought I was hot already.
You good?
I'm good.
All right.
No, all I had to say was I'm excited about the opportunity, whether it's this Louisiana checkbook or whatever we decide to move forward with in the future as far as expressing transparency and with our local government. So I appreciate y'all's support, and thank you, Gifford, for coming tonight.
All right. Thank you. Councilman Boudreaux.
Yeah, thank you, and I want to thank him for coming tonight as well. But I would like to hear from Lori as finance director, and just a measuring stick as far as our current level of transparency. And I don't know if you had the opportunity to look at this. This is very preliminary, as was indicated. It's about a logo. It's about being a part of a bigger approach. But obviously, and as I look back at some of the intent of some of the state, from a state's perspective, I think it's going to be a matter of time before there's going to be a request for information. And now that our logo is there, you know, not that this site or this organization will push for it, but there could be a request for us to start putting our information out there. And I know you all are award-winning already, I must say. So any thoughts, any insight as it relates to this?
That is a current and hot topic as it is in government, both in the state and the local level. I am not familiar with this website at all. I don't know what our future looks like as far as what is compatible with our software and how we will proceed with that information. We are a government that's different than a lot of other governments, as we are self-funded for insurance. So we do have to know that we're maintaining the confidentiality of our group employees' health insurance benefits and any checks that we might write as it relates to that. But everything else we have to do with governmental spending is public record, and it's all available to the public. But right now, they do have to ask for it, whereas an initiative like this, in theory, would put that information on our webpage where someone could browse through it and look at it. There are some security issues that I've attended some classes where governments want to make sure they maintain the security of different bank account numbers and stuff like that. But it is certainly a movement, and it's becoming more popular, and people are doing a lot more talking about it. I haven't seen a lot of them in practice in Louisiana, but it looks like that is definitely the trend. I don't know if this is a for-profit company. I'm not familiar with this site at all as far as granting them our logo. I can't attest to any of that. But it is definitely something that the Government Finance Officers Association is spending a lot of time talking about, and we've been learning about what other cities have done, what problems they've had, and what successes they've had also.
Right.
So.
Okay, thank you for that, and I certainly could relate to movements. I've been a part of quite a few of these, and I'm confident that Council Member Hebert, as she has brought this forward, has made sure that we're not at any risk for anything. And again, I realize that this is preliminary, but I will say for the record, because it's obvious where these things go. And like you said, to get to the status of an Ohio where all municipalities and possibly school boards and everybody is just putting their information for the purpose of the public to see under the, I guess, the name of transparency. And we've had people come to this auditorium before. I know our budget is in fact online, and sometimes it's, some people just don't understand government standing, especially when we constantly saying run government like a business when it's a government. It's like, treat a child like an adult when they're a child and all that good stuff. But I would just ask, and I mean, my time here is short. The next step might not even come within my council lifespan, but I would suggest that things like this be allowed to be vetted by the professionals before coming to the council to make sure that the measures are clear, especially like if y'all discussing this in your professional affiliations and financial groups, you probably could offer us a lot going forward. So I think this is cool, this first step, but when it gets to the point where there's going to be a request by somebody to say, okay, let's put everything about LCG up on these sites so people could go and see it in the name of transparency. Like you said, all of those measures need to be, the checks and balances need to be there. So I would just suggest that beyond today, that we go to the appropriate departments and make sure that, hey, take a look at this and make sure that it's okay for us to be doing as a government and whatnot. So, okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Councilman Woodrow. Not seeing any other council discussion. Any public comment?
No, sir.
All right, please call the vote.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
District 9? District 1?
Yes.
District 2? District 3? District 4? Motion is approved.
All right, moving right along to ordinances for final adoption. This is a public hearing. The electronic speaker form is available for anyone wishing to address the council, and the 5-minute rule does apply. Just keep note that item number 9 is deferred indefinitely at the request of Plan Development and Planning. So we're going to move to item number 10. Liz, please read.
Ordinance 23, 2018. An ordinance of the Lafayette City Parish Council declaring the 2 buildings or structures located at 408 St. John Street, Lafayette, Louisiana, owned by Don Matilde Parker, care of Gerald J. Block, attorney appointed, to be dilapidated and dangerous to the public welfare and ordering the condemnation of same.
Got a motion by Councilman Terrio. Need a second? Second by Ms. Cook. Not seeing any council discussion. Any public comment?
Yes, sir, we do have one speaker, Darlene Elair.
All right. Good evening, Ms. Darlene.
Good evening. How y'all doing? My name is Darlene Elair, and at 408 St. John Street is my great-grandmother's property. And I'm asking the council tonight that we would check on it, but I didn't realize that they were in the back building until about 3 weeks ago when my husband told me that looked like the back door to the back building because everything was supposed to be locked. I'm asking the council tonight to give us a chance to fix it. I talked to my attorney. We're gonna open up a secession, and the family is gonna donate their share to me. So my husband and I asking the council tonight to not to demolish the buildings. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's either 1935 or 1931 that my grandmother purchased the property, and I know she wouldn't be happy that it's the way it is now. So I'm asking y'all to just give us a chance to fix it, and thank y'all for whatever your decision is.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Lewis, you have the floor.
Ms. Darlene, can you come back right here, please? Yes, you said the home belongs to your great-great-grandmother, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you see you guys plan on opening a secession?
Yes, sir.
How many people's involved, and how long do you think it'll take? for?
When I spoke to my attorney today, he said that to just give us maybe 60, 90 days to do the secession, because the only heir that's alive from Domitil is my Angel. She's in a nursing home, but everybody else, you know, we have to do the family tree.